Money.
Jamaica.
Brown boss day.
Welcome to my channel, Brown Boss Jamaica Tours. Yes, my people, so we're back at it again. Today in this video, I'll be focusing on different aspects of the historical town here of Falmouth, Jamaica. So I'll be showing you different areas like the horrible road conditions of the main Falmouth food market. I'll also do a driving tour where you can see the different historical buildings right here in the town. And finally, I'll do a comprehensive report on the construction and also the unveiling of the new Falmouth sign. So stay tuned, guys. A whole lot is in store for you today. Now, upon entering the main entranceway for the Falmouth food market, you'll be greeted by this horrible road condition right here at the entrance, and it also extends on the inside of the market. Trust me, guys, this is not a good look for the town of Falmouth based on the historical background of this area. And I had to slow right down so as to navigate these potholes properly. And as you can see, they're filled with water, which indicates that we had rain recently. I was just taking around some Indian guests who have just visited Jamaica for the first time, and they wanted to go to the food market so as to get some fruits, especially East Indian mangoes. I was really surprised as to the state of the roads right now in the Falmouth market. Trust me, guys, I've driven past this area a few times, but I've never gone inside the market. It's my first time right now inside the market. So I was really surprised as to the state of which the roads are here at the market. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below, and also share this video so as to raise awareness about this issue right here in Falmouth market. The government needs to get this under control and fix the roads, because look at the fruits and vegetable being sold right now in the market. Really wonderful produce. And I'm just walking right now with my guests, and as you can see, even inside the market, the walkway, this very huge pothole they have to carefully walk around. So you're seeing a number of spots where the water is accumulated. So this could indicate that the drainage system here needs to be improved, and then they focus on fixing the roadways so as to make the environment, more appealing and welcoming to guests. As you can see, a number of persons are here, both locally and international guests are here. So this definitely needs attention right now. So share this video, guys. Share this video.
Nice coconut, beautiful jelly. Enjoy.
You don't want okay.
ఎలా ఉందిరా బాగుందా
Yeah. You want a picture? I want picture. Bingo. All right. Yeah, man.
What about for you, bro? You need coconut also? Jelly also?
Falmouth is the chief town and capital of the parish of Trelawney in Jamaica. It is situated on Jamaica's north coast, about 29 kilometers or 18 miles east of Montego Bay. It is noted for being one of the Caribbean's best preserved Georgian towns. Founded by Thomas Reed in 1769, Falmouth flourished as a market center and a port for 40 years at a time when Jamaica was the world's leading sugar producer. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Falmouth was one of the busiest ports in colonial Jamaica. It was home to masons, carpenters, tavern keepers, sailors, planters, and people of other occupations. It was a wealthy town in a prosperous parish with a diverse ethnic mixture. The town was meticulously planned from the start, with wide streets in a regular grid, adequate water supply, and glorious public buildings. It had pipe water earlier than New York City. Falmouth has a number of interesting historic buildings in the Jamaican Georgian architectural style, which are in need of preservation and restoration. One organization that has taken an interest in this work is Falmouth Heritage Renewal, and their site is falmouthjamaica.org. It is a United States-based non-profit organization. So later on in the video, I'll give you a short driving tour of the Falmouth area to show you more of the historical buildings right here in the historical Falmouth, Jamaica. And finally, I'll give you a comprehensive, detailed review of the construction and unveiling of the Falmouth sign. So stay tuned for that part. You don't want to miss it. So guys, this was about like 7:30 a.m. and no garbage collection was done as yet. Please bear in mind that it's a cruise ship day and 2 ships are in port right now, and already tourists have been walking around the streets seeing the garbage laying around. But it was not until about like almost 8 a.m. that the garbage truck came along and took up the garbage. So there you have the garbage truck right now coming along to take up the garbage. So yes guys, the Falmouth town needs to be cleaned up more often so that it can look more appealing for locals and tourists alike. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Here is a black-owned supermarket, something that you rarely find here in Jamaica because most of the supermarkets are owned and operated by Chinese. Yes guys, I said it, Chinese. Let me know what you think about this. The following Falmouth natives have had a significant impact on the cultural or socio-political landscape of Jamaica. These persons include Usain Bolt, which is a Olympic sprinter and world record holder. Veronica Campbell-Brown, also a sprinter. Ben Johnson, Canadian sprinter, Olympian and former world record holder. Luther Blissett, former footballer for England. Kimani Marley, reggae artist and son of Bob Marley. Anita Belnavis, former Jamaica and Caribbean table tennis champion, mother of Kimani Marley. Rex Nettleford, Rhodes Scholar, academic, former vice chancellor of the University of the West Indies. Hugh Shearer, former prime minister of Jamaica. If anyone knows what this beautiful building is, please let me know in the comment section below. Now I'm going to read an extract from the Jamaica Observer back on March 8, 2023, and it reads, Falmouth Trelawney, if everything goes according to plan, Falmouth should, within the next 12 months, boast a welcome sign similar to those recently mounted in Montego Bay and Negril. The Tourism Product Development Company TPDCO is now in the initial phases of conceptualizing the design for the welcome sign for the tourism resort town of Falmouth. We are just in the preliminary stages in terms of the formulating what the concept will look like, as well as the placement. So everything isn't formalized yet. Not even the budget is finalized as yet. Wade Mars, TPDCO Executive Director, told the Observer. It is the same kind of concept as Montego Bay and Negril, but it will be unique in and of itself. It will take into account the sort of history and architecture of Falmouth, Mars added. On September 9, 2022, the first Jam Iconic Experience sign was unveiled in Negril. The $12 million sign can be seen on the Hanover side of the resort town and includes lighting, landscaping, and palm trees. There was controversy when Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett announced in November 2018 that a $17 million welcome sign will be built in Montego Bay in the roundabout near Sangsters International Airport. Ultimately, the Minister of Tourism had to revise the sign's cost to $14.7 million in response to political and public pressure. While a price tag is not yet attached to the proposed Falmouth sign, Mars was quick to point out that the lettering attracts the least of the expenses for the entire project. I think the first thing perhaps people may not recognize straight off the bat is that it's more than just the lettering that forms the cost. So the cost is an amalgamation of different things: the preparation of the area, retaining walls, lighting, landscaping, doing the concrete work. It is more than just the lettering itself. The lettering in itself is actually the least of the costs. Area preparation is significant, he said. The TPDCO head also pointed out that the welcome sign projects have been serving as attractions. It is an experience because a sign underplays what it really represents. People don't necessarily go to see a sign. When they actually go to the place, it is an attraction really. People take pictures, they interact with other individuals, they create their own postcard by visiting that location, Mars argued. Mayor of Falmouth and Chairman of the Trelawney Municipal Corporation, Councillor C. Junior Gager, if I pronounce that correctly, blasted detractors who have been critical of the expenses that the Negril and Montego Bay sign attracted. We cannot, in this modern time and age, be making a fuss about the price, because if you want good quality, something to last, it must come with a price. What I'm interested in, and from what I have seen, it is a good sign that depicts Trelawney and where we are coming from, Gager said. I believe coming to Falmouth, coming off the highway, a sign is needed, and a sign of this magnitude too. Other parishes have been having it, and of course, you see what is happening with people going there, taking pictures. Don't you think the same thing will happen to Trelawney? With people coming off the ships, coming from various areas, passing through, they will stop to take picture at this beautiful and well-designed welcome sign, the mayor argued. Mars, who noted that the Falmouth sign will be the third in terms of that size and nature, revealed that the project will be replicated across the island. I don't necessarily want to preview exactly where we're going, to put them just yet, but they are plans for others, some bigger than even the Montego Bay Experience or Negril, and some smaller, he said. Alright guys, so I checked online to see if I could get an actual dollar value of what the cost of constructing the Falmouth sign would be like, but I haven't seen anything as yet. The information I got was from the Gleaner. That was back on May 13, 2024, and it reads, pressed on the cost of the project, which has not been disclosed to the public since it was first announced, the TPD co-head said that he did not have the information at hand at this time of the interview with the Gleaner. Previous welcome signs constructed by TPDCO cost millions of dollars, and it is expected to be the same for the Falmouth sign. Whereas we are cognizant that these things cost a lot of money, we also have to bear in mind the value for money. It is expected that it will be a wow experience for both visitors and locals. It is expected that it will drive the economy of Falmouth. The construction of welcome signs in tourist areas forms part of TPDCO's Jam Iconic Experience project. At this moment, I'm going to drive through one of the residential areas here in Falmouth, close to the town center, and I must say that this is one of the best areas I've seen in comparison to other parts close by, because when you drive there, you would see like dilapidated or abandoned buildings or houses along the way. Trust me guys, it's not a pretty look, and with this historical town, the government of Jamaica should do everything in its power to preserve this gem in the Caribbean. So I'm going to give you a more recent update right now, taken from the Jamaica Information Service or GIS back on April 14, 2025, about Falmouth's Jam Iconic Experience sign was revealed on Friday, March 28 by Minister of Tourism, Honorable Edmund Bartlett. The project was spearheaded by the Tourism Product Development Company Limited, TPDCO, and the Trelawney Municipal Corporation. The eye-catching sign, which is strategically located at Foreshore Road at the entrance to the town, was done by sculptor Sheed Cole, if I pronounce that correctly. It is beautifully crafted and includes 2 storyboards and rum barrels, capturing the town's history of rum and sugar production. It is the 3rd Jam Iconic Experience sign erected by TPDCO, with the others located at the airport roundabout in Montego Bay, St. James, and Negril in Westmoreland. Minister Bartlett, in his remarks at the unveiling, said that Falmouth holds a special place in the country's history, noting that it was once one of the wealthiest towns in Jamaica, with nearly 100 plantations that manufactured sugar and rum for export to England. It is no surprise that Falmouth continues to be a town of great cultural and historical significance. This project honors that legacy while looking ahead to a future where our tourism industry is inclusive, sustainable, and beneficial to all, he expressed. Mr. Bartlett said that the sign highlights Falmouth's inimitable history and gives it a modern twist, allowing locals and visitors to learn, experience, and appreciate all that the town has to offer. When we talk about tourism, we're talking about more than just visitors. We're talking about a shared experience where locals and tourists can come together, interact, and celebrate the very essence of Jamaica, he said. For his part, Executive Director of TPDCO, Wade Mars, noted that the erection of the Jam Iconic signs not only provides photo opportunities for visitors and locals, but also draws attention to the destinations. In this day and age of social media, people want to make their own postcards. So by being able to have these sites, they can capture the history of a town visually without telling a story, so to speak. This one in Falmouth has 2 storyboards that articulates historical aspects of the town. It really captures in real life what the town is about, Mr. Mars said. Also attending the unveiling ceremony were Custos of Trelawney, Hugh Gentles, Mayor of Falmouth, Councillor Colin Gager, and other officials and residents of the town.
Speed to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be 2 hearts running wild.
Here's your TPD Compass update on the Falmouth Jamaica experience.
We have waited a long time for this. We know that Falmouth is the fastest growing tourism product right now. So to have an experience like this in this space is extremely positive. It will only help in boosting the product offerings that we have in the parish.
What I tried to incorporate into the design was that same architectural language that is found in and around Falmouth. As we know about the history of Falmouth, is that it's predominantly known as a historic town.
We had a lot of challenges with this project, but with the project team, we're able to really butt heads and really solve a lot of these problems. And now we're on a track to finish within this financial year.
As now people will see that this is the tourism dollar really getting spent in their space, and they may want to look, how can we protect it, how can we get more from it.
It's a visionary action by the tourism product development to come up with something that is artistic as well as utilize some technical engineering as well. So I'm very much grateful to be a part of such a venture.
It's another attraction, it's another experience. It is something that will help to boost civic pride in the space.
So that's it for the Falmouth Jamaica experience. We hope you'll pass by, we hope you'll stop, and even have a picnic one day. Catch you.
Here is the video online unveiling the Falmouth Jamaica Experience sign on Foreshore Road near the entrance to the historic Trelawney capital. Welcome to my channel, Brown Boss Jamaica Tours. Yes, my people, so I'm in the town of Falmouth, Jamaica, and I'm gonna show you the new sign that was erected recently. So come with me. Alright guys, so I'm walking right now to this new sign right here in Falmouth, Jamaica. Yeah, you can see the back part of it now. A very creative design. Yeah, just wait guys until I reveal it. Alright, so you have the information booth right here before we go over the bridge. Falmouth, the Paris of the Indies. Yeah guys, so you can read this by zooming or pausing the video. Yeah, you can get the information here, alright? Pretty much gives you the history of Falmouth. Yeah, Falmouth, the capital of the parish, Trelawney. It was once known as the Paris of the Indies, yielding to none in its social urbanity. Yeah guys, a pretty rich history right here in Falmouth, Jamaica. Alright, so I'm gonna go over the bridge right now. Look at this bridge. Yeah man. Alright, so you have the back of the sign right now. Alright, so I guess this is the same information as the one we just passed. Alright, so we have the staircase here. So you guys can come here and take pictures. So I guess this part you can stand up and, you know, take picture in front or behind the sign. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the North Coast Highway out there guys. Alright, let's see if we can go in front of the sign right now so you can see the sign in its splendor. Alright, let me go around this side now. guys, so here you have the Falmouth Jamaica sign. Look at the design, pretty unique, with the barrels and everything, you know, and the steering or the stern for the ship. Yeah guys, let me know what you think about the design of the Falmouth Jamaica sign. Alright, there's the sign in the background. Yeah. Yeah, man. Alright, so you have some tourists right now, you know, going to take picture. Are going to take a picture right now behind the sign. Yeah, man.